Well, okay, that last episode was really emotional and intense. What do we got this time, Rooster Teeth?
Deep in the forests of Remnant, beside a great and mighty river, stood the small, fragile home of a cold, frail man.
A fairy tale. Well, how's that for mood whiplash?
Hidden from the dangers and distractions of the world, the wizard seldom had visitors.
Honestly, he was pretty okay with being alone as long as he had a decent internet connection. I mean, how else is he gonna know what Raven's tweeting about?
But on this day, as he peered out his window, his gaze fell upon a young maiden. When the wizard demanded an explanation, the maiden simply replied, "My name is Winter. I am on a journey, and I am waiting for my sisters."
And I am most definitely not related to that other character in the show that is also named Winter, coincidentally. Though I will admit that we do look strangely similar. Weird. So the wizard thought this was weird, but then he fell asleep until another maiden just happened to come by. Great timing on that wake-up call, brain.
When he asked for an explanation, the girl simply replied,
"I'm joy. This is sadness. That's anger. This is disgust. And that's fear."
I'm not the only one who immediately thought about that, right?
To show her gratitude for his reluctant hospitality, the girl retrieved a handful of seeds from her basket and planted them in the wizard's garden.
Now your house will be protected from zombies.
A young woman with a warm smile now stood beside the two maidens. The wizard begged her to introduce herself, to which she happily responded, "My name is Summer."
No relation to that other character named Summer. We have too many characters named after seasons in this show.
"I am on a journey, and I am waiting for my sister." Of course.
I have definitely caught on to the pattern here. All joking aside, I do like the writing in this story. It actually does feel like a classic fairy tale, all the way down to the repetitive nature that some classic fairy tales had. What specifically comes to my mind are those works by the brothers Grimm. See what I did there? Now I wish that I did have a script so that I could blame someone else for writing it. And so Summer Not Rose says to the wizard that she doesn't understand why he is staying locked up inside of his house when the door to the outside world is right next to him. But to me, I'd say the answer is obvious. There isn't a Wii U in the outside world.
The wizard left his home and stepped outside.
And then his pale skin that hadn't seen the light of the sun for years burnt to a crisp. The end. No, of course not. That would be a horrible ending. Good thing I don't write for this show. Anyway, what actually happens is that he actually enjoys the outdoors, and also they start playing tag for no reason. Oh, and they fix his house, that's important too. And they have a giant feast, because if he was locked in that house for that long, he probably is starving by now. That's also when the last sister finally decides to show up.
"My name is Fall," she replied softly. "I am..."
Yeah, we get it.
"Who are you?"
I'm just going to dodge this question so that the reveal of my true identity later on is going to be more dramatic. Pretty sure it's this guy.
"I'm afraid my story is not very interesting, as I have no one to love and nothing to my name." The eldest sister looked up at all that surrounded them. "But sir, do you not see? You have so much."
You know what, girls? Yeah. You make a good point there. My 100% file on Super Mario 64 is all I really need! Actually, I was talking about something else. Wait, what more would I actually need in life? The old man takes these kind words to heart and understands them way better than I ever could possibly. But a question still lingers in his mind. Why is he so special? Why did he get this kindness instead of anybody else? And their answer is simple. You're not special. We just do this to literally everybody. Although the wizard takes this way less harshly than I ever actually implied, and decides to reward their kindness with freaking magical powers over all of the elements of nature itself. Wow, whenever I do something nice to people, all I get is school credits. And
Final
so,
promise.
we end our tale with the creation of the seasonal maidens and a
promise to
promise that these
return
4
each
girls will
and
visit
every
the
year
wizard once every
to
year.
visit
Which
their
is
dear
probably not foreshadowing, maybe okay, it definitely is. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. It was a great way to establish the backstory of the 4 maidens, and gave us a great break from the horror. I think I need a minute to reflect on the inevitability of death for a second, and then we'll get back to our regular reviews. See you later.
The internet is here. The internet is great. When you've got lots of followers who needs a real mate. Like the antisocial, but these days that is fine. 'Cause life is so much better when you spend it all online.